If you are tuning in right now, you are listening to our radio hour on 88.1 FM WNTH. My name is Jackson Kruse, and I'd like to share with you an essay from the This I Believe series on NPR. I received the short story My Father's Evening Star by William O. Douglas from Miss A to write an essay on. The basic theme of the story is to have faith and to believe that good stuff will happen. Although I may not have a religion, this story made me feel great and to look at life a little differently. This man's father died when he was really young, and his words to his wife were, "If I die, it will be glory. If I live, it will be grace." What really puzzled me was, why would Douglas have faith and believe in God if his father died when... During moments of sadness or frustration, I often think of a family scene years ago in the town of Yakima, Washington. I was about 7 or 8 years old at the time. Father had died a few years earlier. Mother was sitting in the living room talking to me, telling me what a wonderful man Father was. She told me of his last illness and death. She told me of his departure from Cleveland, Washington, to Portland, Oregon, for what proved to be a fatal operation. His last words to her were these: "If I die, it will be glory. If I live, it will be grace." I remember how these words puzzled me. I could not understand why it would be glory to die. It would be glory to live, that I could understand. But why would it be glory to die was something I did not understand until later. Then one day, in a moment of great crisis, I came to understand the words of my father. If I die, it will be glory. If I live, it will be grace. That was his evening star. The faith in a power greater than man. That was the faith of our fathers. A belief in a God who controlled man in the universe that manifested itself in different ways to different people. It was written by scholars and learned men in dozens of different creeds. But riding high above all secular controversies was a faith in one who was the creator, the giver of life, the omnipotent. Man's age-long effort has been to be free. Throughout time, he has struggled against some form of tyranny that would enslave his mind or his body. So far in this century, 3 epidemics of it have let loose in this world. We can keep our freedom through the increasing crisis of history only if we are self-reliant enough to be free. Dollars, guns, and all the wondrous products of science and the machine will not be enough. This night they shall be required of thee. These days I see graft and corruption reach high into government. These days I see people afraid enough to speak their minds because someone will think they are unorthodox and therefore disloyal. These days I see America identified more and more with material things, less and less with spiritual standards. These days I see America drifting from the Christian faith, acting abroad as the arrogant, selfish, greedy nation, interested only in guns and dollars, not in people and their hopes and aspirations. These days the words of my father come back to me more and more. We need his faith, the faith of our fathers. We need a faith that dedicates us to something bigger and more important than ourselves or our possessions. If we have had that faith, we will be able to guide the destiny of nations, in this the most critical period of world history. You were listening to My Father's Evening Star by William O. Douglas, originally submitted to the This I Believe series on NPR. William O. Douglas thought that there was a power greater than man and that there was still good in this world. Reading this story made me think that there actually was still good in this world, even with all the greedy people. Thanks for listening. This is Jackson Kruse on my radio hour on WNTH.